Muzzle-loading shoulder gun, progressed in 16th century Spain as a bigger variation of the harquebus. It was changed in the mid-19th century by the breech-loading rifle. Muskets were matchlocks up until flintlocks were established in the 17th century, and in the early 19th century flintlocks were changed by percussion locks. Most muskets were muzzle-loaders. Such a weapon was typically 5 feet, 7 meters, long and weighed about 20 pounds, 9 kilograms. It fired a 2-ounce, 57-gram, ball about 175 yards, 160 meters, with little precision. Later types were smaller sized, lighter, and accurate, sufficient to hit a human-sized target at 80,100 yards, 7,590 meters. Muskets and bayonets aboard the frigate. A musket is a muzzle-filled, smoothbore gun, fired from the shoulder. Muskets were developed for usage by infantry. A soldier armed with a musket had the designation musketman, or the musket replaced the arquebus, and remained in turn changed by the rifle, in both cases, after a long duration of coexistence. 16th century troops equipped with a heavy variation of the arquebus called a musket were professionals supporting the arquebusiers and pikemen developments. By the start of the 18th century, a lighter variation of the musket had actually edged out the arquebus, and the addition of the bayonet edged out the pike, and almost all infantry ended up being musketeers. In the 19th century, gunned muskets, which were technically rifles, but were referred to as muskets, ended up being typical, which combined the advantages of rifles and muskets. About the time of the introduction of cartridge, breech loading, and multiple rounds of ammunition simply a few years later on, muskets fell out of fashion. 5-0. 8N, 13 to 20 millimeters. A typical smoothbore musket firing at a single target was only precise to about 100 to 150 yards, 91 to 137 meters, using the military ammunition of the day, which used a much smaller sized bullet than the musket bore to compensate for buildup of ash in the barrel under battleground conditions. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.